Histograms, reading and analyzing. This is going to be going on the assumption that you already know how to make histograms. This is just how to read histograms. So here we go. So we've got a picture of a histogram here, and it says what percentage of people scored in the 71 to 80 range. Well, we've got to make sure we look at our individual columns here, and then we look at 71 to 80, and that's going to be right in here, this middle column. Now let's review what percentages are. For in this case, you're going to have percentage is always a part to a whole group, part out of a whole group. In this case, part of the data over the total data. So what we want to do is figure out what all these columns are, and this one was 2, 4, 6, 4, and 4. So 4 people scored 91 to 100, 4 people scored 81 to 90. So this is the total amount of people that took the test. And then when they're asking about the 71 to 80 range, we're tuning in to this number 6. So part of the data would be 6. The total data would be these columns added up, 2 plus 4 plus 6 plus 4 plus 4. So that ends up being 6 out of 20. You could divide that and you'd get a decimal, and then do your slide 2 places to the right. So 30% of the data is in the 71 to 80 range. So we're going to move on to the next one. You can pause it if you need to look at it a little longer. So in this one, we've got a new histogram, and they're asking what percentage of people scored above 70. Well, once again, percentages is always part out of total. So we're going to total up our columns here, 2, 6, 4, 5, 3. If you're not sure how to read that, you're going to need to check in individually with your teacher. And then above 70, so anything above 70. So these 3 columns, these 3 ranges are all above 70. Now some kids might go, what about that 70? Well, they're asking above 70. So here's all the items that are definitely above 70. So we have 4 plus 5 plus 3. Those are the ones that are above 70. And then the bottom here is all of those columns added up. This is the total amount of people that took the test. In this case, it adds up to 20 again in the denominator, 12 out of 20, which ends up being 0.6, which is 60%. So 60% of the data is above 70. Moving on. What percentage of people scored in the 61 to 80 range? So once again, percentage is always part out of total, part of the data over the total data. So we're going to total up our columns here. We've got 2, 4, 3, 6, 3. Those are our totals for each of these ranges. 2 items are in this range, 4 items are in this range, 4 people scored in the 61 to 70 range. So they're asking about 61 to 80, so we're tuning into these 2. So we're going to, part of the data was 4 plus 3. The entire data was adding up all those columns. So you've got 7 out of 18 for this one. You end up getting 0.3888888. 8 goes on forever. Notice how I have this approximately equal to, so when we do our rounding, it's about 39%. When you have the double equal lines with the squiggles, that means it's about equal to. So about 39% of the data is in the 61 to 80 range. We're going to go ahead and do one more. What percentage of people scored in the 51 to 70 range? Well, we're going to total up our rows. Part over total. So our total data is 24644. We add that up. 51 to 70, that's 2 and 4. Now some kids might just see the 51 and they might only just use the 2. But remember, 51 to 70 means put these 2 groups together. So we're going to have 2 plus 4 over 2 plus 4 plus 6 plus 4 plus 4. 6 out of 20, that's going to be 0.3, which is exactly 30%. So 30% of the data is in the 51 to 70 range. That is about it. I hope this helps. Best of luck to you.